Rotational mechanics. Moment of inertia. The moment of inertia of a system of particles about an axis is defined by I is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n mi ri square. For a ring, the moment of inertia from the center perpendicular to the axis is mr square. For a disk, I is equal to mr square by 2. For a hollow cylinder, I is equal to mr square. For a solid cylinder, I is equal to mr square by 2. For a rod passing through center, I is ml square by 12, where L is the length of the rod. Rod passing through the terminal, I is ml square by 3. For a solid box, it has a length of A, breadth of B and height of C is I is equal to ma square plus b square by 12. For a solid sphere, I through center is 2 by 5 mr square, and for a hollow sphere, I through center is I is equal to 2 by 3 mr square. Parallel axis theorem. I is equal to ICOM plus MD square, where M is the total mass of the body, D is the perpendicular distance between the parallel axis, and ICOM is the moment of inertia about the parallel axis passing through center of mass. Perpendicular axis theorem. Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy, where x and y are the three mutually perpendicular axes such that x and y lie in the plane of the laminar body. This is only applicable for ring, disc and rectangular surfaces, etc. Angular kinematics. The angular velocity, instantaneous angular velocity, is given by d theta by dt. Angular acceleration alpha is given by d omega by dt. The kinematic equations for the constant angular accelerations are given by omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha t. Theta is theta naught plus omega naught t plus half alpha t square. Omega square is equal to omega naught square plus 2 alpha theta. Torque. R bar cross F bar, where R is the position vector of the point of application of force. Torque about an axis. Torque is equal to R bar cross F bar. Here the angular acceleration alpha of any body about any inertial axis is equal to the net external torque acting on the body divided by the moment of inertia of the body about that axis. That is alpha is tau external by I. Angular momentum. Angular momentum of a particle about any point is defined as L is equal to R cross P, where P is m into V. If a body is moving in pure rotation about an axis with angular velocity omega, then if the moment of inertia of the body about that axis is I, the rotational kinetic energy of the body is equal to half I omega square, and the angular momentum of the body about that axis is equal to I omega. Angular impulse. If a torque tau acts about an axis on a body for time t, then the angular impulse is defined as a change in angular momentum produced by this torque. That is, J is equal to integral t1 to t2 tau dot dt, where J is the angular impulse. Work done by a torque. If under the influence of a torque tau, a body rotates through an angle d theta, work done by the torque is equal to dW is equal to tau d theta. Work done is equal to integral t1 theta 1 to theta 2 tau d theta. Also, the power developed by a torque tau is given by P is equal to tau dot omega, where omega is the instantaneous angular velocity of the body. The law of conservation of angular momentum. If the net torque on a system about an axis is 0, the total angular momentum of the system about that axis remains unchanged. While choosing the conservation of angular momentum, you must be sure of the reference frame and the axis about which the angular momentum is being conserved. Remember that the conservation of angular momentum is possible only when The net torque about the chosen axis is 0. The combined translational and rotational motion. Suppose a body is undergoing rotation about an axis passing through its center of mass and its moment of inertia being denoted by I_COM and the angular velocity omega COM. Let the center of mass be moving with velocity v_COM in the frame of Earth and let the mass of the body be m. Let the position vector of the center of mass be r_COM in the frame of Earth. Then the following statements hold true. The total kinetic energy is equal to the translational kinetic energy plus rotational kinetic energy. That is half m v COM square plus half I COM omega square. The total angular momentum of the body LP is given by I COM into omega bar plus m into r COM cross v COM. Rolling. A body is said to be rolling when the velocity of its point of contact with respect to the surface on which it is placed is 0. Consider a body rotating about its center of mass with angular velocity omega naught and the center of mass moving with velocity v_COM with respect to Earth, whereas the surface moves with a velocity vs with respect to the Earth. For pure rolling, Vp is 0. That is, v_COM is given by omega r plus vs. Since it is rolling on Earth, here vs is 0, so v_COM is omega r. Rolling on an inclined plane. Friction is definitely required for a body to roll on an inclined plane. The acceleration is given by g sin theta by 1 plus I by mr square. The friction required is given by mg sin theta by 1 plus mr square by I. The minimum coefficient of friction required for rolling down the incline is mu should be greater than tan theta by 1 plus mr square by I. That is, the friction required should be less than mu into n. The same holds good for down the inclined plane also. The kinetic energies of rolling bodies are given here. For a ring, the kinetic energy is mv0 square. For a disc, it's 3 by 4 mv0 square. For a hollow sphere, it's 5 by 6 mv0 square. For a solid sphere, it's 7 by 10 mv0 square. The ratio of kinetic energy of rolling to translational for a ring is 1, and for a disc, it is 1 by 2. For a hollow sphere, it is 2 by 3. For a solid sphere, it is 2 by 5. In the rolling motion, the least time is taken by the solid sphere since it has a greater acceleration. The highest translational kinetic energy down the inclined plane is given to solid sphere, and the highest rotational kinetic energy for a ring. Thank you.